If you're looking for some great games that won't empty the wallet, I'd say look no further than this week's eShop sale. It has a strong selection of games, including many with an all-time and new low price. Today I've rounded up 15 games that are available for under $10 or your regional equivalent, and here I'm covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. My name's Alex and this is SwitchCorner. Let's get started. Later in the video I do have a winner to announce for a $10 eShop gift card and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and I'll be announcing the winner in next Thursday's video. If you are planning on grabbing anything then from this week's sale or any other time in fact, consider using a cornershop.gg for your eShop credit. Not only do they offer instant delivery via email, but it also supports the channel. Tales of Iron is 65% off, and while we may have seen this price before in the US and Canada, it is a new low price for those in the UK, EU and Australia. Now you'll be playing as the heir to the Rat Throne who must embark on this adventure to reclaim his kingdom from the merciless Frog Clan. The game features a beautifully hand-drawn world filled with unique locations, and it has fast-paced combat that requires strategy, think dodging and parrying. Now alongside this we can customize our arsenal of weapons and armor. This side-scrolling adventure then is topped off with a fantastic voice cast, and it is well worth a look. Eldest Souls is currently 65% off, and while this deal is not new to those in the US and Canada, it is a new low price for those in the UK, EU and Australia. Now in this game you play as a lone warrior who must confront a pantheon of gods to bring order back to this world. Basically they've plunged our world into desolation. The game is incredibly challenging but rewarding thanks to a class system that will affect your playstyle and a stamina meter that restricts your movement. You can also meet NPCs in the game world that provide context but also a deeper story, and then recently the game received a free update that adds a new region, 3 new bosses, new weapons and also a customization system. Blasphemous is an incredibly difficult Metroidvania game set in a dark and twisted world. As the penitent one, a lone warrior, you'll be platforming and using weapons to take on nightmarish creatures in your quest to break a curse of death and rebirth, but also to restore order to this world. The pixel art soundtrack is stunning, some of the imagery is grotesque as well, and then with Blasphemous 2 featuring at the most recent Direct, it just feels like the perfect time to check out the original. Now it's currently 75% off, which matches the lowest price, and it definitely comes highly recommended from me. Save Me Mr. Tako Definitive Edition is a charming side-scrolling platformer that initially encountered legal troubles between the developer and the publisher. Fortunately, Limited Run Games they picked up this variation and then once again made it available on the eShop. Now the game features throwback 8-bit visuals and follows the story of a friendly octopus on a quest to resolve conflicts between octopuses and humans. Basically they want to bring peace to this world. Now along the way players will tackle enemies, they'll solve basic puzzles, and you'll also utilize special abilities. This edition of the game also includes new content such as extra levels, bosses and difficulty modes. At 75% off, I do think it is well worth checking out. Thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring today's video, and I'm excited to share some great news with you all of the massive new Final Fantasy XIV online free trial. It's now available on PC, PlayStation and Mac. You can experience here 2 award-winning games for free and play up to character level 60 with no restrictions on game time. What's more, with just 1 character you can try out 14 different jobs and customize every single detail about them, from race to gender to clan. The real impact though, it's in the appearance menu. It offers a huge amount of freedom with a great selection of options to choose from. Now as a long-time fan of Final Fantasy, I've spent countless hours playing this entry over the years, as well as digging through that customization, and now it's going to be your turn to dive in for free. Follow the link in the pinned comment below to access the free trial and start your own adventure today. Greak Memories of Azur is another side-scrolling platformer, but it places more focus here on puzzle solving. The unique spin with the game is we control 3 different characters, often moving them at the same time and then switching freely. The story, we are on the run after an enemy invades this world. Naturally, each character has their own unique set of abilities, and while it's not perfect, controls can feel a little awkward at times, I still had a lot of fun. It's topped off then with these beautiful hand-drawn like visuals and a nice little soundtrack as well. 70% off then is a new low price. Invisible Inc. is a turn-based strategy game, and here we control agents of an espionage corporation and must complete missions while evading detection by guards and security systems. The game features procedurally generated levels, which is great for replayability, and then also there is a permadeath system, meaning if an agent dies during a mission, they are gone for good. It is incredibly rewarding though, and I'm a big fan of this hidden gem as you manage your resources and make strategic decisions. I'd always say with this one, think every action through. This release then also added in all of DLC, which expanded the core campaign and added in new rewards and agents. Great game and a steal at 75% off, which matches the low price. If you do enjoy this video today also, please do consider subscribing, helps out the channel a huge amount. Unsouled is a fantastic action RPG set in a dark fantasy world where players take on the role of a prince seeking to rebuild a once great kingdom that has been overrun by evil. By consuming the souls of defeated enemies, we can grow stronger and uncover what led to the kingdom's downfall and its history. With top-down gameplay though and impressive visuals, this one is a real winner, especially the soundtrack in fact. And yeah, I just think when you go into this game, you'll be impressed by the intuitive controls. They provide an incredible amount of freedom. Now, although the game is relatively short at around 3 hours, it is designed for replayability, so you can continue to uncover more information the more you do find yourself going through it. I think it's well worth this 72% off sale price, which matches the all-time low. They Bleed Pixels is a fast-paced gothic horror-themed platformer with a unique combat system. Now in the game you play as an anonymous student at an academy for troubled young ladies, and you must battle through your nightmares to defeat a curse that is slowly transforming your body into a clawed, demonic form. The game is difficult, but the platforming is tight, and I love the one-button combat. It's also incredibly rewarding to use the environment against your enemies, such as spikes. Finally, if my mention of difficulty puts you off, it does include the option to play at novice mode, which is going to be a whole lot more forgiving. Alongside this, then expect a unique old school-esque visual style, online leaderboards, badges to unlock, and bonus levels. Fantastic game and a steal at 87% off. Again, this one is matching the low price. Mark of the Ninja Remastered brought the classic 2D stealth action game to the Switch, which adds in extra content thanks to including all DLC. It also added a visual refresh, new sound design, and additional cutscenes. So here we're going to be playing as a ninja that must tackle a series of increasingly challenging locations, filled of course with enemies. This is a game of patience as you strategically attempt to avoid detection, but you have more than a few tools to help you along the way. Think, different weapons. Not much else to add here, honestly. I think it is a must-play experience, and it's 75% off, matching the low. This week I'm picking up 2 games that caught my eye, so as always, not played them, so not a recommendation, rather maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. The first one is Void, Scrappers, a top-down shooter where you blast through waves of enemy ships to collect scrap for upgrading your ship. Now with multiple characters to unlock, each with unique abilities and powerful weapons to be earned by defeating bosses, definitely promises to be an intense experience. Though the discount is only 20%, it is a new low price and the game was budget friendly to begin with. The second game then is Al Io, a Wild West Tale, which is a spaghetti western stealth experience that caught my attention thanks to its vibrant isometric visual style. Now in this game you guide a 6-year-old boy on a non-violent quest to find his mother. You're going to be using toys and the environment to your advantage while avoiding detection. Promises to have some intriguing environmental puzzles, and you can even recruit others to help you succeed. At 60% off, that is a new low price, and that was the perfect price point for me. The winner of the week for the $10 eShop gift card, then it's going to Theo, who highlighted that Hades was on sale. Congrats on the win, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Phoenotopia Awakening is a 2D action-adventure game inspired by Zelda 2. The story is that our town is attacked by this mysterious force and all of the adults they have gone missing. Now we must uncover the truth behind what happened and save the day. It is a massive world to explore here with side-scrolling dungeons, also a fun selection of weapons. We can also then level up and gain new abilities as well as craft. Now at launch this game was incredibly difficult, but since then it has been patched and balanced. I love the game however, and you can see my full review in the pinned comments. 55% off then is matching the low price. The Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection gets a new low price 67% off, and this includes 12 games. That is a lot of classic arcade action for your cash right here, with all the features, rosters and stages remaining intact. Some entries even include online play, which is always a welcome addition. Being a celebration of the series as well, they added a museum that details art and behind the scenes information amongst other things. I'm a big fan of inclusions like it though. I have a fight stick myself and this is one of my favourites to jump into, and I think many out there as well are going to really like this price point. Ori and the Blind Forest is a Metroidvania where you play as a small creature on a journey to save the forest from a dark force. Gameplay is incredibly tight here with precise platforming and combat, and it's accompanied then by a stunning orchestral soundtrack and hand-drawn visuals. It is a masterpiece in my opinion, and at 75% off, it is a must-buy for any Switch owners out there. This sale actually matches the lowest price we've ever seen, so it's definitely going to be a great time to jump in. For most out there as well, I'll add this: if you jump into this game, you will not be able to put it down. It is up there with some of the greats, think like Hollow Knight. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library? Let me know in the comments below. Also, is there anything I missed? If you think there's a deal worth shouting out, then let us know that as well. Then a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. With that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.